This is an interesting little sticker on the rear window of the Nissan Maxima. It says 4-door sports car, which is interesting because usually real sports cars have 2 doors and weigh less than 3,600 pounds and aren't big and comfortable for a family of 5. Thing is, Nissan successfully sold their Maxima as a 4-door sports car extraordinaire since it hit the market decades ago. Usually I don't try to evaluate a great big family sedan as a sports car, but since this sticker on the Maxima's window is telling me to, that's what I'm going to do. At first, things look more stately and restrained than sporty. Maxima has no spoiler, there's no hood scoop, it's not low to the ground, it's pretty big, and it doesn't even have a loud exhaust. And this one's painted brown. I've never seen a brown sports car before, and you probably haven't either. But look more closely and you'll notice the high-performance xenon lighting, brake ducts, dual exhaust, and big wheels. There's some sleeper sportiness here, you just have to look a little. But there was more brown inside in the form of leather and trim and wood accents. Like Maxima's exterior, this cabin comes off initially more like a luxury car than something athletic. It's a nice cabin though, and you start to spot the sporty touches in here before too long, including this 260 km/h speedo, paddle shifters, and that sculpted hood that you can see from the driver's seat. Surrounding that driver's seat are things like an infotainment screen, Bluetooth, USB media connectivity, and plenty of gadgets. The Tester got a climate-controlled driver's seat, rear window sunshade, heated steering wheel, and even this massive dual sunroof system. There's push-button start too, as well as memory seats and a punchy Bose audio system with enough bass to rattle the teeth out of your face. So this is more a well-equipped, road trip-ready luxury sports car with room for the wife and kids, which makes it a little confusing at first, since Maxima sort of seems like a semi-premium sedan wearing the wrong sticker. But start driving the Maxima and you'll start to get it. This 3.5-liter V6 is part of the reason why. It's from Nissan's highly acclaimed VQ engine lineup, and it makes 290 horsepower in this application. This engine is noted for its refinement, pleasing sound, linear high-revving power curve, and overall pleasantness, and there's no exception here. It belts out lots of sauce and gets things moving along in a serious hurry if needed. It's torquey, it likes to rev, and sounds pretty cool too. Connecting it to the front wheels is Nissan's Xtronic continually variable transmission, or CVT, with shift paddles. This type of transmission has no actual gears to shift and delivers power on an uninterrupted wave, more like a snowmobile than a car with stepped gears. Alright, admittedly this CVT transmission stuff, not a favorite amongst most driving enthusiasts, myself included, but Nissan does a really good job of it. When you're driving this car gently, you'd hardly even notice that it wasn't just a really smooth automatic. It doesn't shift, it adds to the quiet and refinement that this car's got to offer. Now, you put it in manual mode or use these paddle shifters here on the steering wheel, and it's a lightning fast simulated manual setting. Where you'll probably appreciate this transmission the most though is driving in kind of a low to moderate speed city traffic setting where you don't have to wait for a downshift, there's no hesitation or delay, because every time you roll onto that throttle, there's always plenty of power right there. It's very responsive. So you've got a unique driveline consisting of a fantastic engine and a unique transmission that actually bolsters both performance and smoothness. There is no manual transmission available though, which is a shame because you might actually want one. This thing is sort of fun to drive. It's not a handling weapon, but it feels planted, stable, and confident. The steering is quick and light, and Maxima feels locked down onto the road surface and fast bends, meaning the whole chassis sort of invites you to explore its limits if you're so inclined. Powerful brakes work with those bumper-mounted cooling ducts for more consistent stopping from speed, though you'll need winter tires if it's snowing out, since traction on these factory all-seasons was adequate at best. So this Maxima is more of a heavy muscle sedan than a sporty handling beast, but end of the day, it's an enjoyable car to put through its paces, and an enjoyable car to take on a road trip, and an enjoyable car to relax in the lap of affordable high-tech luxury. And with the upscale cabin feel and looks, it comes off like a more expensive car than it really is, which is always nice. My only major complaint was a higher than expected level of road and wind noise at speed. End of the day, the big draw to the Maxima is going to be its blending of fun and performance with refined family-ready operation and a generous helping of luxury and technology. Pricing from about $38. Thanks for watching.